Hello, welcome. Phew, another live. Hi. Well, this was a busy day. It's now 10 p.m. in Brazil, where I live. Right when I needed inspiration. That's awesome. Hello. Hi, everyone. Okay. So I started doing this this morning when we kicked off the Lightbox Expo. So I did a live stream, like a welcome live stream on my YouTube channel, and I started this piece, this illustration there, and now I decided that I wanted to keep working on it, on this hangout, whatever this is. Hello. So I'm a little tired, so bear with me. Okay. Let me clean up this lady here. And let me choose my brush. What happened to my brush? Oh, there you go. That's the one I like. Okay. Hi. Hello. All right, let me just write here. If you don't know what Lightbox Expo is, it's an event that is happening right now this weekend, and you can join if you register for just $1. And there's a lot of content from like the best artists in the illustration, animation, and games industry. And I'm gonna leave here the link to my hi Bex. Gonna leave the link here. Oh god, I can't pin it. Okay, pin comment. And this on this link that I pinned, you can see my schedule, and you can see the deals and all the good stuff that are happening like during this weekend. You can also join me via Discord, which is fun. So we did earlier, like an hour ago or so, we did this training session on Magma, which is a new software for drawing, like I never know how to say this word, collaborative maybe drawing, so everyone can draw in the same canvas together. So you can be anywhere in the world, but you can draw in the same canvas with another artist or artists. And we did this drawing session that was kind of a training session with fun exercises and some references. It was really fun, and it was via Discord, that one, so I did not stream that on anywhere, but it was super fun. What else happened today? So today's day 1 of Lightbox Expo, and I'm already so tired. I think because it demands so much energy, and even though I'm not there in person, I'm still like kind of tired. Collaboratively, I cannot say that. It's a weird word, to be fair. Yeah, thank you. Too many syllables. True. Well, thank you. I needed that validation because English isn't my first language anyway, so this just makes it harder for me to speak in English. So and yeah, so you can see on that link that is pinned, you can see my schedule and everything that I am going to do during this weekend. And most of it are things that you can watch even if you're not registered, because it's going to be streamed on my YouTube channel, so you gotta go to my YouTube channel and watch it. But oh god, this is not coming out well. But I strongly suggest you do register, because there's so much content from so many people, so many amazing artists, that I don't know, I wouldn't want to miss out. I'm just missing out on some great panels and talks and workshops, because I am creating my own. So collaboration, but with collaborative ooh, that's still hard, but thanks for the help. Collaborative, maybe that's right, I don't know. I just found you at the Lightbox Expo and I love your work. Thank you so much. Thank you. Definitely gonna go back and watch the one from earlier today. I missed because I was babysitting. Oh, I think you can go back and watch it again, because I think it doesn't really leave the website until Sunday. I hope. I said it right the first time. Jesus. Collaborative. Is that right? Okay, this turned into an English lesson. Love the hypnosis class today. Thank you. Thank you so much. So what else? Oh, I also have exclusive art for my shop, for Lightbox Expo, and that art in particular, it's not just the art that is exclusive, the art print and stuff, but you also get, when you buy that print, you also get the PDF file of that print with a video process of the art and the image process and the high resolution version of that image. So you get the actual physical print, and you also get the digital download. It's hard to speak today. I think it's because it's 10 a.m. Oops. See? 10 p.m. and I am a little tired. Fun to watch, by the way. Love. Okay, my phone's falling from the tripod. Yeah, this is iPad and Procreate. I just found this other program that I haven't used yet that is called Infinite Painter. I found it really interesting as well. But I'm using this one. I'm more used to it, and I really like it. I really like Procreate as well. Fun to watch, by the way. I love the Draw This in Your Style challenge you were doing. It was fun to take part in. Yeah, I've seen like so many beautiful art there. Like the artwork is just that the people are doing. It's so nice to see that, people are creating your art, recreating your art, and have their own views and take on it. And it turns, it becomes something else. And it's so cool to see it taking, another shape and form, because it's like mixed with somebody else's mind. It's so cool. I used to use Infinite Painter back when I was using an Android tablet. Did you like it? Do you listen to podcasts while working, or do you listen to music or watch something? I do, I vary. Sometimes I do listen to podcasts, but sometimes I prefer listening to music. It just depends how I'm feeling that day. Some days I just want pure silence. I don't want to, don't want anything. I just want silence. It depends on how I'm feeling that day. And I remember that when some time ago, maybe last year. Wow, this year just flew by. That was last year. I probably listened to all of the, what is the name? Off-camera podcasts. I kind of listened to all of them while working, and I really like that one. But yeah, I need to find actual podcasts that, get my attention and I don't get, bored with them. Let me see what you are saying. So yeah, music, I like listening to music sometimes, but sometimes I like get quiet. I'm making mine right now. Yay! Hopefully it will turn out nice. Yes, of course it will. I love drawing in your style. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's really cool, the drawing in your style challenges. Thanks. What brush are you using? Okay, so this brush actually comes with Procreate, but I kind of changed it a little bit, because I think this is the original one, dry ink, but I took out some of the texture because it gets very a lot of texture here, so I changed it a little bit. And you can see that I have a few different versions, but this is the one I like the most, I guess. But I just reduced the texture a little, so it's dry ink. Yeah, it's really simple, and I like the line, but it still has some texture, you see, but it's not so it's not super hard. By the way, I don't like this. Infinite Painter is nice. I prefer Procreate now, but there are some features Infinite Painters I wish Procreate had. Yeah, sometimes you kind of like some features of one software that you don't have in the other. Yeah, I think it's normal to have that, or maybe just the way that it was built it's, more comfortable to use. I feel like Procreate is very comfortable to use. I just like it. To me, it's very chill, it's comfortable. But I had one person, I think it was earlier on the other live stream that I did, that I think it was a girl. I think she said that she felt overwhelmed on Procreate, and I never felt overwhelmed with Procreate. I find it very simple and comfortable to use. So I think it changes from person to person. I have the last Microsoft Surface Book 3, and I use Sketchbook, but have been trying to see if there's something similar to iPad and Procreate. Use the Surface, so I can't really say. Like Sketchbook Pro. Fall from the mount thing. Jesus. Stay there. Sorry if someone asked this already, but what sort of tablet do you use with Infinite Painter? I'm not using the Infinite Painter yet, but I'm using the iPad Pro. So I have downloaded the app, but still haven't but this is the iPad Pro, and it's gonna be on the iPad Pro that I'm gonna use it. Yes, I've been listening a lot of Taylor Swift a lot, because I really love her latest album. Really, really love it. Me entregou, você viu? Eu amo seus desenhos, obrigada. The challenge was cool. I did the character with a yin yang. Oh, cool. I can't believe it's already September, right? It's insane. Working until 5 today. Oh, God. Oi, Julia. Thank you. So helpful to know about your brush. Oh, of course. Yes, I have tried Adobe Fresco. Is that how you say it? I'm terrible with words today. You can see that. But I don't know. I don't think it's for me. Maybe I should give it another try, but it didn't work very well the first time. For me, at least. I don't know. Let me see. I kind of miss grouped layer, mask, and Procreate. I still like Procreate a lot. Grouped layer, mask. Yeah, there are some limitations to Procreate that maybe they won't last long, because they're always improving these softwares, right? Because now there are so many coming up, so they're always kind of trying to make them better. So maybe they kind of fix it. I don't know. I hope. Because, for example, yes, the limited amount of layers. I think for the configuration that I have on my illustrations, I can use 55, I think, layers. And sometimes I want more, because I like to, I'm a layer addict, I think, because I like to always save the layers that I'm doing something to later on, like I kind of duplicate it, and then I do whatever I want to do to the duplicated one and keep the first one. So when I have like a bunch of layers in a character, I group all that and then I duplicate all that, and then I start doing whatever I want to do. I flatten or whatever, but I always keep like an original version, and that is what that is the problem for me, because when I'm doing like a big thing, I can't, I kind of but get to the limit of the layers, if you know what I mean, if I am making any sense. Yeah, sure. I think Sketchbook, Windows app, not desktop version. Okay, can be similar to Procreate just based on features. Oh, that's good to know. Procreate was a little overwhelming the first and second time I used it, but I find it easy to streamline your workflow. I came to Adobe Photoshop though. So Procreate, okay. Yes, I think that too. It's less complicated because I think Photoshop is a lot more overwhelming if you're like just starting. I use Photoshop like, oh god, since I don't know when. Like before I wanted to draw like professionally, I was already using Photoshop and having fun there. So Photoshop feels really familiar to me, but I understand that if you're new to it, then that like is overwhelming. Because sometimes when I, find a different, for example, Clip Mask, what is the name? Clip Studio, Clip Mask, something else. Clip Studio Paint. I find that overwhelming because I'm not used to that program. And I have tried using that, but I can't. I know it's a good program, but there's a learning curve, and I don't know. I think I gave up too quickly. Anyone here uses Clip Paint? Is that it? Clip Paint Studio. I think that's it. My tripod is really terrible right now. How has been the experience with this year's Lightbox? Apart from exhausting, must be. Yes, exhausting is like always, because we're like, if we're not talking to people like face to face behind a table, we're now creating stuff that it's energy spent, so it is exhausting. But I think it's been working well, this digital virtual version. The good thing is that you don't have to wait in line for any panel. Even though some of them kind of have limit of viewers, it's not a full room of people and you can get in even though you were at the line, waiting in line, for so long. But I don't know, I like it. It's been a pleasant experience. I like it. On a regular iPad, I'm so lucky if I can't get more than 20. Really? I have the iPad Pro, so maybe that's why. But 20 layers is not, no, it's too low. It's not, no. I'm like going crazy, like no. Because That wouldn't work for me. All right. I guess the lack of layers supposed to make it run better or something. Yes, it's performance thing. Yeah, I need my layers. All right, a little bit out of track here. Let's see with this question, but do you think of the meaning, message to convey, or the aesthetic of the work you are producing, or you prefer to let go and it comes naturally? It depends. Sometimes the idea comes with, the meaning and the message. Sometimes it comes like in the middle of the process. It really depends. I don't know. It's not one way always. Like it's different every time. So yeah, sometimes sometimes like the idea, the message I want to convey comes first, and other times it just comes like while I'm doing it. Yeah, I think so. I don't know how to answer to that, but it's not out of the track. This question is it's fine. I like this kind of questions. I've been using Photoshop since I was 12. Yeah. It was a bit simpler 12 years ago. Yeah. And I cannot imagine getting into it for the first time now. Yes, exactly. I just started using Clip Studio Paint. Still learning. Yeah. I don't know. I need to give it another shot. I do most of my drawings on Procreate. Yeah, me too. For like personal work, I do most of them on Procreate. Like I said, I find it very comfortable to work on the iPad and with Procreate, but like for clients' work, then it doesn't always work because I need the layers, or just, I don't know, not always works, but for my own personal work, yes, and I love it. That's where you can make animations, isn't it? Yes, you can make animations on Procreate. I just have to really learn how to do that. But it would be nice to learn. I would love to do some animations with my illustrations. I love it when people do that. Even if it's just like a blink of an eye or some, it's going to fall. Clip Studio Paint is great. I like the way it handles inking. Oh, that's good to know. I've been using Photoshop since version 2.0. Wow. Clip Studio Paint is the only software that has gotten me off Photoshop. Wow. But Clip Studio Paint I use for 3D models. Yeah, they do have like a bunch of 3D models that you can use as a reference, don't they? I like that. For now I think I want to give it a try in the future. Yeah. For now I haven't taken the time to really do an illustration on Clip Studio Paint. Yeah. Yes, I think I haven't like done it properly either. Like I should have give it some time to, learn and process things because it's different. Yeah. You can make animations in the EX. Oh, that's right. There's a different version for Clip Studio Paint, right? Wait, I think I'm like, oh god, I'm like reading old comments that got old. So I'm loyal to Photoshop. Still learn to use it. Yeah. Still, I learned to use another software. Yeah. I work 9% of the time in Clip. I only use Photoshop for work. That's interesting. Yay! I have your AK is so smooth. Thank you. I couldn't have been able to do Lightbox Expo this year if it wasn't online. I can afford to travel. I'm really glad I have been able to view talks this year. Yes, that's something that I think they are going to keep doing in the future, even when it gets back to regular in-person event. But because it was an opportunity for so many people from so many countries and places to join and really be part of it, then maybe they will keep like an online version anyway. I hope they do, because it would be nice to have like those happening at the same time, like the real life, this is not real life, but the in-person version, and then the virtual version happening at the same time. That would be cool. How long did it take you to find your art style? Well, I still haven't found it. I like to say that actually I do have a panel about art style, that is called Discover Yourself, Develop Your Style, and you can see that on the schedule in the link that I pinned. And that's all about finding your art style, but not developing your art style. And honestly, I think I talk about that in the panel, but I don't feel like I have my style, because I'm always changing, and so does my style. It changes with me. I can't really get stuck in one style because I get bored so quickly. And so I need to change my style, and I need to, discover new ways of doing things. And so I wouldn't say like I found my style. I don't know. I'm always exploring, and sometimes I stay longer in a style. But like also, I feel like your style has a lot to do with not just the design, like the lines that you do, or the colors you use, or the shapes that you like to use, but also with the theme that you like to talk about, like your theme, your emotions, the emotions that you have in your art. I think there's also a lot to do with your style, and that's very personal, has a lot to do with who you are as an essence, like a person. And I think that would take me like a lifetime to find or develop, because like I said, we're always changing, and discovering things and discovering ourselves. So the conversation got deep. Sorry about that. So let's see. I tried to switch to Clip Studio Paint and quit the second day. But Procreate is so easier. Yeah, I think it's easier as well. I only use Photoshop for final touch-ups on Illustrate. Oh, Illustrate. Okay. Just final touch-up. Like color corrections. Yeah, that's a good way to use it. No, I never tried the character animator Adobe, but just because I wouldn't know what to do, I think. I have to download that and really look at it in the face and see the hell that is, because I don't know. I have no idea how the software looks like and what it allows me to do. Do I have strong influences from other artists? Yes. I can't even start listing the artists that influence me. There's just so many. I don't know. There are just so many. But yes, I also like photography, like to give me, ideas for illustrations. I like to look at photographies, like photograph of kind of dreamy and whimsical and surreal settings and whatever. I don't know. It's just inspiring. How many hours do you work in a day? Well, that depends, because it depends if I have a deadline or if I'm doing things just for me, and how excited I am with the piece. Sometimes like I don't want to start, but then when I start I don't want to stop. So I don't have like a rule that I have to work for at least this many hours before I'm free to go. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I'm very much like led by my emotions in that way, because if I'm not feeling it, I don't want to do it. I'm not gonna do it, and it's fine. I don't feel guilty about it. Not if like it's if I'm not wanting to draw for many days in a row, then I get like kind of worried, and that does happen. But yeah, I don't really. Sometimes I work a lot, like I can't stop doing whatever I'm doing, but I know that's not healthy. I need to stop. I need to recover. And so yeah. Okay, do you have all right, I think I missed a question. No, I didn't. Was my favorite illustrator animator? Oh, that's a hard one. I don't have a favorite. I have too many to say one, and that's probably what everybody says, right? But and it keeps changing. Not that I don't look at my old references anymore, my old influences. I do. I still look up to them, but it keeps changing. But I think I find Claire Keen's work like very, I don't know, it has soul. I really love it. I also love Louis, and that's obvious, like who doesn't? I like Glen Keane as well, and of course, who doesn't? Like, obviously. I don't know, there are so many artists. Those are like my how do you say it? My cliche crushes. Ooh, no. Okay. Let's see. Nope. Let's see another question. I'm gonna check out your other panel on Lightbox. Yeah, do it. I'm always changing and trying new things and techniques. Yeah, that's a good thing. What did you just start drawing, and how long did it took you to start feeling more comfortable with your illustrations? Okay, so like start drawing is like I've always liked drawing, and so I guess I never stopped like since I was a kid, but I didn't really know that I wanted to do that for a living, and so I started really, taking it seriously when I was like already in college. So it was late, kind of late. And comfortable with my drawing, with my illustration. I don't know. I think like when I started posting my work or my sketches or whatever, I think I started posting them like when I first created my Instagram, but I also did not take it seriously. It was just like something to share because I didn't want to, post a picture of myself. But then I started taking that seriously as well. I think it was 2015. And that, posting that, taking it seriously, that this was going to be like a platform that I can really present my work, then it forced me to be more comfortable with what I was posting, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to post anything. So I kind of got comfortable by doing it, just by showing it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes your limitations are, well, most of the times your limitations are in your mind, in your own lack of belief for yourself and in yourself, right? And yeah, once you pass, I don't know, I'm not gonna say that I totally, that I'm very confident in my work, because sometimes I'm not, but it gets easier to be comfortable with what you're doing, because when you start posting it and showing the world what you're doing, it's an exercise of, trust in yourself, and yeah, I think it just gets easier, with time. So don't push it, don't force it if you're not feeling comfortable with your art, but know that you have to start, getting yourself out there, putting yourself out there, even though it's not comfortable, because it doesn't have to be comfortable, but you have to do it anyway. Yeah. I know that's okay. You can ask what people already asked. Amazing drawing. Thank you. How many personal works do you complete in a month? Well, lately, let's see. Lately, I haven't been focusing too much on creating new art because I had this terrible moment in my creative life that I was about to quit, really about to quit. I don't know. I can't really explain that. I actually have a video about that on my YouTube channel. But yeah, so I had that burnout and, almost giving up thing. And so I stopped. Oops, it was out of camera. So I wasn't really creating much, and I did not want to create much. And now I'm slowly going back to drawing and creating my personal work, and I don't want to push it. I don't want it to be forced. I need my drawings to come out of me naturally and with inspiration. Otherwise they look terrible, I get frustrated, and everything sucks, Everything gets more difficult than it should be. So for the Lightbox Expo, because I was excited for the event, then I created a bunch of illustrations all at once, really quickly. So it really depends on how I'm feeling that month. I never really counted how many I have created, to be honest. But I'm very intuitive, I think, with my work and my way of working, that I don't really have those things mapped out, or yeah. And so it always depends on how I'm feeling. Sorry about that again. I don't know what's happening with this phone. Character Animator lets you turn PS files into animated puppets. Uses your webcam to animate your face. Fairly easy. You might like it. That's interesting. Hello. Glen King is great, yes. Do you find traditional media engaging, fun, relaxing? Yes, I do find it relaxing, even though your mistakes are more permanent. I find it relaxing because I would say it's a sort of hypnosis to me, because I get into this meditative state, and I can't think about anything else, because if I do, I will mess up. So I find that relaxing because it takes my mind off of things, daily life things and worries and overthinking. And so, yeah. And the paints, the pens, whatever I'm using, it is good to, have your hands dirty, or, feel the texture of a paper. Yeah, it feels good. It's really, really fun. Watching you draw and talk is so relaxing. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. I was working on a Hummer truck, and it fell off the jacks and ran over both my legs and shattered both my... That is terrible. I'm sorry. How were you able to find your style? So, that question, how I was able to find my style, I have a panel coming up. Is it Sunday? Sunday, I think. Discover Yourself, Develop Your Style is the name. Sunday at 4 p.m. PST. And I talk about style, and it's on YouTube. And I talk about style and, developing your style and my take on it. So I suggest you watch it on Sunday. Yeah. Thank you for being honest with us, of course. How do you balance posting comics versus illustration? Do you worry about keeping your feed consistent? I used to worry about keeping my feed consistent until I almost broke. I seriously, I don't worry about that anymore because I don't think it's worth it. I barely post comics anymore. Like, I barely create comics because it was so exhausting that I kind of don't want it anymore, I don't want to say it was a trauma, but it was kind of almost that. So I wouldn't worry about keeping your feed consistent, because at the end of the day, people like to see good content. It doesn't matter what it is, because sometimes like a prank video goes viral and everybody loves it, and you spend your whole day drawing one piece of art that is amazing, beautiful, and it doesn't get like the same engagement or views or etc. And it's not something to worry about. It's just, it is what it is, and that's it. I don't know. So like balance is important, but like mostly your mental health, not just your feed balance, if you know what I mean. Thank you so much for... Okay, hold on. May I ask you, how did you get out of the burnout? What convinced you not to quit? That's a good question. So I started finding the joy of drawing again by experimenting with different mediums, experimenting with different styles, doing things that I thought I didn't want to do, but then I was like, you know what, I have nothing to lose. I don't know if I want to continue doing this, so whatever, I'm gonna try something different. And maybe, to me, it was going back to my sketchbook and just draw loosely and freely and without attachment to the outcome, because I had nothing to lose at that point, right? I wanted to quit, so who cares if it looks good or not? And that kind of detachment really brought back the joy of creating. It's funny how things work, but yeah. But I would say that I'm kind of still healing. It's not, I'm not like before yet. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna be like before, because I don't want to go back to that, because that led me to a burnout in the first place. But make sure to put your mental health first. Thank you so much for answering my question. Yes, of course. I also can draw when I don't feel like it. Yes. So I'm glad you're drawing more. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't know how people do it. Some people just draw when they're happy, draw when they're sad, draw when they're bored, draw when, anything happens in their life, they're drawing. But I'm not like that, because it takes so much energy for me, I think. So what I can do is do the, sketchbook drawings that are loose and supposed to be ugly and supposed to be out of proportion and supposed to be whatever they came out. So that's something I can do to just, relax and, I don't know. But I don't want to do it at any time. I don't want to do it all the time. I don't want to do it every day. I just do it when I feel like it. I just graduated on June, and I've been feeling pretty down lately as well. But I do hope you feel better soon. Your art is gorgeous. Thank you so much. I do hope you feel better soon as well, because it's not a good feeling. And I think I also have a video on that on YouTube, that we artists tend to put our identity in the things that we do. Like, we are artists, and that's what we are, and what we create is what we are. And then when we have a burnout, or when we don't want to draw, we kind of lose our identity, which is really weird. And so I have a video, I don't know if it's a video about it or just say that in one of my videos, but it reminded me of that. And it's kind of weird that we do that. Yeah, and then it got me thinking, like, we are what we do, or we draw what we are. So philosophical. It's confusing. But yeah, we cannot put our essence, we cannot put our identity what we create. It doesn't matter how we create, but the fact that we create has our essence in everything we do. Like, we have our essence in everything we do. So it doesn't matter if we are drawing or cooking, we are putting out our energy and putting out our effort. So we still have our identity, even if we're not drawing. I don't know if that makes sense. This is someone asked, oh, okay, and answered you. yeah, iPad Pro and Procreate right now. So this brush is, let me show you again. This brush is the dry ink, but I have modified it a little bit. So it's, I just took off a little bit of the texture. But this brush comes with Procreate. Yeah, color drop. Didn't work out. Que voz boa pra SMR. Are you gonna keep this live on your Insta once it's finished? Yes, gonna keep it there. Do you have an online course, or would you make one? What I have is a mentorship that is focused on healing. Like, I know what I've been through with my creativity, and so my mentorship is focused on healing the relationship of the artist with their own creativity. So I do not have an actual like art class. I do have my Patreon that I'm planning on posting more how to say it, a process of like art process and tutorials and stuff like that. But I feel like everybody does that. I wanted to do maybe something different. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I have. That's what I'm offering right now. How much time do you spend on social media every day? Most of the time, like most days, I spend not a long time. I feel like I've been seeing like those little I don't know, it's like they count your screen time, and I remember I was thinking like 1.5 hours, and I was like, did I spend like 1.5 hours of my day just looking at a screen? And I try to remember, what was I doing? Was I posting stuff? Was I, investing in my content, investing in my not channel, but my account? Or was I just consuming something that somebody else posted, consuming from whatever comes up? I don't know. I try to be conscious about my social media usage. And after the burnout, I didn't even want to look at my Instagram, and I started losing followers like crazy. I was at 187, I think. And then it went to 183 like really quickly, and it's so hard to get them back, those followers back. But again, I try not to get crazy about it, because it's easy to get crazy about it. So do you like it so far? I recently got a spark of inspiration after 2 years of not drawing. Wow, 2 years, that's a long time. Wow, congratulations to you. You got back after all that time. That's amazing. Do you have advice for at the time of the day to post art on Instagram? At the time of the day, I don't know if I know what that means. At what time of the day? At what time of the day? Oh, a time that is best to post. Is that it? I don't know. I think it depends on each person's audience. Hola, te veo desde Colombia y me encanta todo lo que haces. Gracias. My Spanish is terrible. Gracias. Question, do you ever feel imposter shame? All the time. Just right now, being here, I feel it. I'm still trying to figure out when it's imposter syndrome, and when it is really that I'm not good enough. Good enough for what? Exactly. Like we're always like thinking we're not good enough, but like good enough for what? I don't think like I'm good enough to work at Disney, but I'm good enough to be doing this with you right now. So I don't know. But like not feeling like you're good enough, that's kind of imposter syndrome anyway, isn't it? Because I mean, who told you you're not good enough? Your work isn't good enough. Not you, your work. And you and your work is not the same thing. Again, we're separate things. Our work and us are separate things. Don't forget that. Thank you for sharing about personal journey feelings. Even though your experience with art wasn't always positive. I stopped drawing for years and I only just started again due to the shutdown. Oh, that's interesting. You started again due to the shutdown, and that's when I had like my burnout. Not necessarily because of the lockdown and the coronavirus thing, but it was at the same time, not because of it, but just around the same time. That's funny. But I'm glad that you are drawing again. That's really awesome. I know how hard it is to go back to something you stopped or maybe just don't love doing anymore, and finding the joy of doing it again it's not easy. Oh, we're over an hour already. Oops. This stream's so snuggly. It also shows you the time slot spent on different things. Oh, okay. Got it. 68 hours every week. Isn't that a lot? Social media, creativity, reading, email. My phone storage is full, they said. I won't be able to download that. I hope I can at least put that like on my feed. Let's wrap this up. What do you think is the best way to gain an audience? I think you should post a lot, because Instagram wants you to post a lot. But seriously, only do that if you're really enjoying creating the content and posting and spending all the time, investing all the time in the app, because it gets, problematic real fast. So make sure you're being healthy and you are not, putting all your personal value into something external, into, an app. So make sure you are being healthy that way. But yeah, like Instagram wants you to post a lot. It wants you to use their platform as much as you can. So I think like posting a lot would be helpful. If you do have a lot to post, like I said, don't push yourself too hard. Oops, you're not even seeing what I'm doing. Sorry. Super good your Spanish. Thanks. And thanks so much for answering. Yes, of course. Okay, this is how it looks so far. Let me see. Yeah, I think I can see it. Okay. Thank you. I just found your art today. I'm glad I did. Yeah, I'm glad you did too. I do hope you keep creating stuff and loving what you do. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, I might finish this tomorrow morning. And I learned so much from this live session. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, of course. So please make sure to check my schedule on the link that I pinned there. I pinned here. Comment. And check out all the live streams that I'm doing, and also the panels that will be premiering on Sunday. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon during this weekend. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.